just want to take some time out to just give major kudos and applause to Jesus for the many blessings and miracles and gifts that he has blessed me with in this life. But number one, oh, he's in the room. I feel his spirit. Just give a round of applause for the Lord. Just the Lord. Just for bringing back the game. He just, oh, shabadabadu. Thank you. I was one of the millions, um, millions and millions of people who sat in their good bedroom and or living room, I'm not judging, and watched the game. I have my reading glasses on. Yes, just in case I have to go in. I know you appreciate it. Shout out to the new subscribers for those. I think over 30 of y'all since the Miss P video. Shout out to Miss P. My dick is bigger than yours. Also, did a review on the game. See, this is why we're so like this, because we're in tune. We're so like-minded. Because when I tell you I picked up this good old camera and did this whole review, and then I look on YouTube today and hers is up already, I'm like, ooh, let me go ahead and get the edit in mind, because I'm late with it. But yeah, kudos to BET. When I tell you I was in dire need of some good television. Am I the only one that thinks that BET was shading the HE double hockey sticks out of Let's Stay Together by putting them right immediately after the game? Am I the only one that felt that way? Because there's no way that anybody was watching that show. Like, really watching it and enjoying it. I tried. Because I judged them at first. I really did. I judged them. You don't understand the judgment that came from these lips, or via my fingers onto Twitter. Like, I was just going in. Because I was not understanding it. I was not comprehending. I was not following at all. I don't think I laughed once throughout the whole show. And maybe it's just it may very well be a good show, though. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say, it may very well be a good show. But given the fact that it was right immediately after the game, and I was still kind of hyped off of everything that was going on, or the mess, and come on, 2 years, and now we get an hour of catch up with one of our favorite shows, and then immediately after that, it's a brand new series. Who's really gonna pay attention to it? So maybe next week I'll try it again. But personally, I think that it would be more successful if they push it to another night. Maybe, not on the same night as the game. So anyway, when we started off, they had, a little 2 years later. Now Derwin is some big star. He's like, when I say he's a big star, he's a big star. He's not no rookie no more. He's not the ugly duckling at the bottom of the barrel. He's just, he's popping now. Him and Melanie are still together. They're still married. Me personally, I wasn't too much feeling Melanie's lace front on the little previews, the little commercial that they was doing, but it looks better. For some reason, I'm feeling it a little bit more now. Maybe I've gotten used to it. Maybe. But yeah, definitely shout out to Tia's lace front. You get a double dose of Tasha. Tasha is by far my favorite character. If I was a black woman in my 40s, I would be Tasha Mack. I would be. And these are my confessions. She's the bomb.com, and they did not water her down at all. They did not dilute her character at all. They gave it to us straight up. I think they even may have took her up a notch compared to what we got from the CW. They're taking photo shoots, I guess, for the cover of Essence, and so Derwin and Melanie are doing, they're getting their little snap for the pic, they're getting a little FaceTime. Comes Janae in with the baby. Now, Janae is an entrepreneur. If you recall from last season, she has her own business. Derwin is a $1 million football star, multi-million-dollar whatever. He's rich at this point. Can someone explain to me why that child's head looked like Hurricane Katrina done ran all up and through his roots? My God. He took Nappy Boys to a whole nother level. Whoever the mother is that put this child, or took the child to the audition and got him this role, why was she not on top of them making, some changes to the situation he had going on prior to him getting on camera? Why you're spending all this money to make this hot? Why is my kid looking like he just got out the homeless shelter? This is not was good. He was cute though. Baby was adorable, but that head, there's no reason. And given the characters, their parents are rich. Why? Well, his parents are rich. Why is he looking around looking like that with BBs all up in the back of his braids? No. Melanie, she's a little messy. Janae was dropping the baby off to Derwin, and so she's still, I guess, coping with the fact that Janae is a part of his life, given the thing with the baby, and they're being civil, which I can appreciate. I love a civil relationship between two people that just cannot stand each other, because when there's a child involved, it's always important. Tasha still don't like her. That's my girl. I feel you. Then they go back to the house, and Dorwin just want to do everything while he has something else to do and something major, planned. He just wanted to do everything, get the child a bath, put in the bed, doing all these things that Melanie can clearly do on her own, being the stepmom, and she's wanting to take some of the responsibility, and Dorwin is just not having it. He's giving her kind of a hard time about it. But he warms up to it, and the next thing you know, she's got a good old cotton swab up in the big mouth, taking a paternity test, just all up in them gums and in the sides of them cheeks. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, where they do that at? Melanie always messes something up. She always just find a way to just jack it up. Kelly is new and improved. She's looking kind of bad, getting her Michael Jackson on. She's got a new hairstyle. She's not cheap anymore. She's definitely doing it up. She got a new show. That alimony must look nice. I mean, because she is milking Jason for everything he has. And Jason, he's still struggling to keep his career up. He's still relevant, but he's not, as relevant as Derwin, obviously. But I believe they're divorced at this point, obviously. Now that brings me to Little Miss Brit. Um, that heifer. How now? If I recall, Brit had to be about 8 or 9 from season 3. Now they have 2 years later. Okay, 2 years since the last episode when Derwin got married and had the baby. The baby's 2 years old. Okay, why does Brit look like she's older than me? I mean, she's got weave done. I mean, just all types of tracks and just, I mean, makeup. I mean, her face is just beat to death. And I'm trying to figure out who is this grown little woman? Who is this hooker? Casting. Whoever was in charge of that needs to be shot in their lip. Okay, right, right here in their lip. Just boom, right in their lip. Because I don't see how that was even. Where does common sense come in to play? Like, I don't even see how that made sense to take a 1 8-year-old and then age her like 10 years and then try to pass her off as an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, give or take a year. That was just not smart on casting's part, and they need to go ahead and change that up. Malik is messy. Malik, he's under new management. He has a new boss. Um, and the boss's girlfriend is Megan Good, which Malik is so conveniently banging out on the daily or the nightly, whatever you prefer. Megan Good is just fine as ever. I don't know about the new haircut. I mean, anything pretty much looks good on Megan Good, but that's just my flesh speaking. Don't judge me. And TT is no longer his assistant. He's doing his own thing. Got him a little chicken wing stand, and he's a businessman now, making his little money and getting by and doing his own thing. And I'm loving that. He's got him a little little thing going on with some chick that work at the little stand with him in a little chicken wing stand, and so he's boo booed up at this point. And but what kills me is, they have this wonderful relationship, and the next thing you know, Malik is bugging out, gets drunk one night after Titi done told him off. I mean, Titi grew some balls this season. Just expect balls. All the years of crap that he had took from Malik, he was definitely throwing it right back in his face. All I know is Malik's drunk, and Miss Boothang is gonna take him home, um, because TT, refused to. He got better things to do. So next thing I know, Megan Good's in the hot tub with Bubbles and all these, all this niceness in this hot tub, and or jacuzzi, whatever you prefer. Up come from under the bubbles is TT's girlfriend. Malik done bone Megan and TT and Boo Boo. I mean, oh, okay. His character is going downhill. I mean, already. Now, of course, we're gonna go back because I be rambling. I be going off. Y'all know this. I'm never just like on point with like the timeline. I gotta just whatever comes to mind at that time. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. So just keep with me. Try. Okay. The paternity test with the baby, DJ, whatever. Melanie, after talking with Tasha and Kelly, done made up in her mind that she's gonna tell Derwin, and she told him, and he flipped out, punching walls. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He was just flipping out. And Janae walks up, and Derwin confronts her and asks her straight up, is he mine? Is this my baby? And it cuts right off. She has this look on her face like, ooh, girl, I'm caught. And then next thing you know, they come back from commercial. Duran walks in to the house or whatever. Melanie's waiting for him, and she's waiting and expecting all types of foolishness and cussing her out. And instead, he's like devastated. He's crying, bawling his eyes out. That touched me right deep down in here, all up in my cardiac region. I mean, Lord have mercy. I couldn't take it. It was too much. I couldn't imagine being a father and finding out that my son of 2 years old now, okay, 2 years old, finding out that he's not even mine. I would flip the script. I couldn't take it. So I felt that part. Pooch, you better do that. You better work that character out and play that thing like it's supposed to be played. Because when I tell you, you felt the devastation, like you felt it, dealing with it, blah blah blah, and then now here's the kicker. Come to find out that the dumb white girl that did the test done messed up, and instead of the test coming back as DJ not being his son, it actually is his son. She done ran it about 2, 3 more times, and it actually is his son. Oh Lord, now Melanie about to lose it. Okay, she about to lose everything. She about to. I mean, she's going through. And then she lies after she gets off the phone. She didn't calm Derwin down. He's dealing with it. I mean, he's still upset, but he's dealing with it. And instead of flat out telling him, okay, the test was wrong, she stuck because she didn't want to upset him because now she done did something and it backfired on her. So now she done lied and said it was nothing, and he still believed that boy ain't his. Lord have mercy. All I'm gonna tell y'all is that every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, I will be on good old BET, glued to the titty tube, and I cannot wait. And wait, did I say I didn't? Let me tell y'all how. Now I watched 106 in Park before the show, and they had said how Terrence J was going to be on the show, and that he had some nasty little part in his little role that he's playing, and immediately I thought, oh shoot, Kelly done divorced Jason and started knocking Terrence's boots, and vice versa. Why was I mistaken? Because next thing I know, he come out in a towel, looking like a shaved bird, and kissing and rubbing and licking and all up on Tasha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tasha knocking them boots up and down and in circles like Jasmine Sullivan. That's messy. That boy is young enough to be her son, literally. And then, what kills me is there was a part when he was talking to her because she's obviously ashamed of him. She's not wanting to go places with him as a couple or like pair up to go on dates, anything like that, because she's ashamed somebody's gonna see, of course, and just blow her whole spot up because that's nasty. And it's a secret that she's keeping from Malik, and he wants to meet Malik. I wish I would meet my, you know, mother's boyfriend and he be my age. I wish I would, cause I can tell y'all right now, this YouTube mess would just be shut down, cause it wouldn't be no, it wouldn't be no twittering. I'll be in jail. That's violation. Code 10, man down. That's just that could not happen. That could not happen in my life. I appreciate the support. I appreciate those who have been asking about my group, my gospel group, and asking about that, and going over to iTunes and actually purchasing music and spreading the word about that. Continue to do that. If you need any um, information on that, you go in the underneath the bar, and y'all can find out everything you need to know about downloading the music. Yeah, I just love y'all down. Y'allthebomb.com. Y'all just. I'll see y'all next week. Yeah, deuces.